Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about how to develop high self-esteem to lead a better life. That's what the objective is finally for anyone. So how to develop high self-esteem? Though now this I am not giving you commandments to follow. I am not delivering a sermon. I am just discussing what has been a part of my life, and if it helps you after your due consideration, you can also adopt it or you can reject it. Both options are there with all of us in life. What I suggest for higher self esteem is stop comparing. It doesn't apply. It should not be there in humanity. One person, complete me, cannot be compared with complete you. It's an invalid comparison. It shouldn't be done. Example Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King. Who is a better person? Who is a better leader? Who is a better person? Now, people are little psychologically sick to compare everything. And my only premise which I am trying to make you is an invalid way of comparison. Comparison doesn't apply everywhere. You cannot compare my complete me to complete you of yourself. Invalid things. Now, but people are psychologically having this way of comparison. So, what do? They compare Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. They prepare a questionnaire. They take feedback from different people in the world in terms of who has influenced more people, or who was more popular, or who was more appealing, or whom you rate as a better leader. And depending on the results of the survey and the number of people voting for someone, we declare that this person was more influential. These kind of surveys appeal to a lot of people, but I am telling you, this may be a wrong premise to start with. Philosophy of comparison of two people may be a wrong philosophy, and that's what I am trying to challenge today. Okay, one more example, beautiful one. Sunset or sunrise, which is more beautiful? Now, I can understand you must be smiling there, that you can't compare. Sunset, sunrise, you can't compare, which is more beautiful. But some people who say, no, comparison has to be done all the time, they will again, what they will do is, they take 100 photographs of different sunsets at different locations in the world, 100 photographs of sunrise at different locations in the world, they put it online, and thereafter they go for a survey. Please vote, which is more beautiful. And depending on some number survey, some jury's verdict, finally they make a claim that sunset or sunrise, this is more beautiful as per the rate. And some people buy that. Maybe it's an invalid comparison and not required. I personally feel, and I am very strongly of this opinion, that human beings should not be compared. We should not compare ourselves to others. Others should not compare themselves with me. Because my complete me and your complete you cannot be compared. Now, comparison, some people say it helps you to perform well. I agree. It does. In the beginning, it does. It appears to be helpful in the beginning because you move a little faster. It's like taking some steroid and going for the run. In the beginning, it appeals a lot, but in the long run, it doesn't work. It is detrimental. And life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Maybe 70 years to 100 years. And if you are going to start off with the wrong philosophy, steroids, it doesn't take me forward in the long run. And in the long run, I become more of a loser than a gainer. Why? Why it can be like this? You tell me that Sharma ji ka beta is better than me. Sharma ji's son is better than me. I work hard to beat him. And I become better than him in every domain of life in the school. And thereafter comes Gupta ji ka beta. Then I again try hard and become better than him. And it goes on from Gupta ji to Sharma ji to Garg ji to Shandilya ji. Everybody's son I beat. But what happens to my life? I go throughout my life in a struggle to compete with others to understand my self-worth. Until I keep beating, I feel high self-esteem. The moment somebody else beats me, I go low in the self-esteem. And this keeps happening. So my self-worth is always depending on my comparison. And this leads me, I live a 70 years of life as struggle, difficulty, complex, and I never relax. Though I am one of the best performers coming from my domain, but still I don't enjoy and celebrate my success because I always depend on other people's losses or other people's performances to evaluate my self-esteem. It's like a shadi ka ghoda. Unless you get down and dance in front of it, it doesn't move forward. So unless you are being compared, you have a comparison to exist, you don't work. Now you say, no, Sujit, if there is no comparison, how will people reach their full potential? My only line of logic is very simple. Sachin Tendulkar became god of cricket. Helen Keller became such a great inspiration. Michael Jackson, Lata Mangeshkar, Don Bradman. What was the comparison? Were they being compared with somebody or the other all the time? No. In the early games, when we had started some science or sports or some research in the field. When we started, how did we get legends in the beginning? Though we did not have much comparisons to establish, but still we got legends. Do you think in jungle, cheetah runs fastest because he's having a sprint competition there? There's a competition, running competition in the jungle. He still runs the fastest. Lotus doesn't come out of the mud and blossoms outside because it has competition in the pond to blossom. But it does it. Cuckoo sings so well, not because there is India's got talent in the jungle or a singing competition being organized. They are destined to do it because of their potential. Every one of us has a potential, and once we commit to perform as per the potential, then only we become better. Now, this can be one premise to follow, that I can follow my potential, in which I change and better my track record every day and feel proud of myself, feel great about my success, feel great about my contribution. Or the other way is keep comparing and feeling good or bad depending on the people around me, depending on the people's performance. Yeah, one thing I would like to correct here is not about my statement, but I would like to correctly put it here for your consideration. We can compare CGPA. If I have a 6 CGPA and you have got 6.5 CGPA, you have 6.5 CGPA, you have a better CGPA than me. But it doesn't mean the complete you is better than complete me. I can't compare myself with you. I run 100 meters in 15 seconds. Usain Bolt runs it in 9.58 seconds. That certainly means I can make a statement that Usain Bolt runs faster than me. He's a faster runner. But that doesn't mean Usain Bolt is a better person than me. Because that's about complete package. That's an invalid comparison. Jeff Bezos is the richest guy in the world. That doesn't mean he will be the best husband as well, or a better family man. Now, people who compare may feel good sometimes, may feel bad sometimes, but they always keep fluctuating. Their self-worth depends on others, and this hurts the self-esteem in many ways. It goes up, it comes down. It goes up and comes down. You never have a self-estimated value of yourself, and that hurts life in a big way. The symphony that you are playing, and it was music to your ears just now, may turn sour just because somebody else is playing a symphony after you or next to you, which has been rated better online, and that destroys everything. So, question: Vincent van Gogh or Michelangelo? Who is a better artist? My answer is it's an invalid comparison. It's an invalid question. Shouldn't be done. It's an insult to the human talent. Sunrise or sunset? Which is more beautiful? Wrong question to ask. So please understand whether you are better or I am better. A wrong question to ask. You may be Michelangelo, I may be Van Gogh. Now, I respect this tolerance, but you may be a Michelangelo of your life, I may be Vincent van Gogh of my life. Comparison is not okay. And I know my worth. I am very convinced about that self-esteem, my value. You are convinced about your value, and you will keep upgrading it yourself. I will keep upgrading my value. But comparison leads nowhere. So stop comparing. Now, this is my recommendation. Please understand, you are free to explore with it, experiment with it, think on it, take a little longer time, and whatever is the conclusion, You can, if it benefits you, if it allows you to live a better life, you can make a part of your philosophy and live life that way. So let me stop it here. I have stopped comparing big time, not all the time. It's a human nature perhaps for me. So I have stopped comparing big time, maybe around 8 9 years back, and I find it quite settling, very peaceful, very settling. And trust me, even after stopping comparison, I have grown by leaps and bounds. So we all can grow without comparing ourselves and still feel great about ourselves. Wish you good luck with the experiments. Thank you.